Hey, what's going on, guys? House here from the Smart City Revolution. First, before we get into this video, it's a good one, I have to tell you that. I do have to show you, as promised, our first wall decoration for the Smart City satellite office. So I'm excited to talk about this one today, simply because it's been almost 2 years since I've been sitting on this information. This definitely isn't the whole collection, but that's still a lot of notebooks. They're full to the brim. And of course, the most infamous one, the ZD3 playbook. We got case studies in here. We got experiments. Basically anything you can think of that has to deal with brand new startups, SEO, digital marketing, business development. We got it all here. All the information. Years and years worth of information are in these books.
With an even more intense focus on UX these days, this one is one of my favorite insights over the past years.
One of the major challenges that we face, of course, is being distracted. We're always on our phones, the internet, and of course you don't want to procrastinate. You don't want to get stuck too deep into the interwebs. But what if there was a way that during all this time that you're consuming all this information, that you actually used it to further your skill set? Is that possible?
Especially if you have dreams to start a business or get into marketing or business development, the answer is yes. With productivity tips and procrastination being some of the most popular topics over the past years, it's easy to see why it's becoming more and more common. According to an article by the Wall Street Journal, these were 3 of the top 5 most common things that people procrastinate with. But even if it's not a bad habit of yours, doing those 3 things can actually be a huge learning tool. Corporations spend millions and millions of dollars every year to glean the insights that these mediums provide. While I'm not promoting the idea of encouraging procrastination through consuming content, what I'm saying is that if you're going to procrastinate through these mediums, you are going to do it anyways. So next time you do, why not at least get some value out of it? If you do watch YouTube quite a bit, how many of these headlines look familiar? You've come across a few videos that were titled similar to what you see here. The first 4 I just made up, but the last one that says I spent a week in a VR headset, here's what happened, was actually real. Here's what happened when I typed it in. You'll notice that related videos also came up. But take a look at the views. 20,462,000, 3.3 million. If you're not a famous musician or an actor, those are really good numbers. But take a look at this. This here is from the right side of that video that you saw that we just clicked. Now, pay attention to the amount of views and the titles of these videos. Some aren't really related to the video content itself, but there's a lot of gems that you can actually pick up for further study. But if you scroll down and you read the comment section, the feedback that you're getting is priceless. They're telling you how to make a better video, what they liked, what they didn't like. So this one says, is everybody just going to ignore the dude's editing skills? I mean, it's pretty good. Has 35,000 likes, so you can put some stock into that. There's some negative feedback, of course, but that's to be expected. Even though it's not your video, that's the best part. You get free constructive criticism and don't have to make the same mistakes that this person did. In this case, I don't even know if I would call them mistakes. I think that the general sentiment was that his editing style was top-notch and the naysayers were few and far between. So if I was the author, I'd keep that editing style. Based on current search volume around the term virtual reality, it's easy to see why this would be an interesting topic to build a video around. The other reason that it performed well is because it's uncommon. Not a lot of people are going to spend a whole week trapped in a VR headset. And you're left wondering what would happen if somebody did that. And then last, of course, we talked about the high quality production. That was also a big factor on why it was shared and why it was successful. So if you remember these headlines from earlier in this video, you can see why these types of videos get clicks. People want to know, what do billionaires do that I'm not doing? What is the surprising reaction to the homeless guy singing a Sam Smith song on an NYC subway? Everybody wants energy, and that's a huge claim to never feel tired again. And all you have to do is spend 5 minutes. What could that be? But of course, if you write an article or produce a video about that, it has to be good quality content or people are going to be upset. But if you have good quality content that can back it up, people need to see it, and they're not going to be mad when they do. So what you want to keep in mind is that you can save yourself time by finding the formats your audience might like by what's actually proven, and you can look at their audience feedback, which is free market research. Take that a step further and use yourself as the case study subject, and you could say, was there anything that you didn't like that you can improve on? Such as, it would have been awesome if they would have done blank instead of blank. But make sure so that you don't forget, especially when you're new to doing this tactic, write it down or type it out. Especially if you're thinking about starting a business later or being an entrepreneur, you have no idea how much time and money doing this can actually save you. In the best case scenario, it could also give you an idea of what type of business you should start. I'll be posting a PDF of a checklist of all the other ways that you can extract data and useful information from watching YouTube videos, looking at articles, or looking at your social media feed even. Think about ways that you can reformat that content to fit on other channels, like the ones you see listed here. But what you learn from this video should be good on how you can learn immediately. And thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.